Welcome to the Real Teachers of Atlanta. To the right of me, I have
Joya,
Nikki,
and Ty.
And I am Mr. Coleman. Today's topic, we're going to talk about, should student performance be linked to teachers' pay?
hell no.
Let's get into it.
We got the queens in the house, y'all. Real teachers of Atlanta. We got the queens in the house, y'all.
I say no.
Yeah.
absolutely not. That's insane.
I do think that Rebecca, I do think that teacher pay, there does need to be some sort of measurable performance metrics or something, some standard to say yes, you're performing at a high. That thing looser than loose. That thing loose and
No, that's what we have the observations for.
what they be observing.
Well, what they're supposed to be observing the standards that we're teaching, making sure that the kids are on track, the testing scores are good, the children aren't failing, they're actually learning something, the classroom is organized, the standards on the board, it's in alignment with what the county is doing if you're teaching at a public school. Because if you teach at a charter school, it's a little bit different. Yeah.
But
It is measurable.
even some of those things are student performance. The kids paying attention. That's not, if you give me that boring lesson plan and you tell me to teach from this boring lesson plan and little Susan and little Bobby sleep because it's boring and I want to take a nap too because it's so boring, that's not my fault. As long as I'm doing what you told me to do. If they failing and they failing because they can't read and we in the 6th grade and they still can't spell their own first name, that's outside of my control.
So you're talking about performance, increasing the salary of teachers predicated upon the test scores?
Right. Measurable outcomes.
Measurable outcomes.
Okay.
Both measurable outcomes and student performance.
Okay, yeah, no, just pay teachers more. Done. That was a minute and 43 seconds.
You can't do that.
They not
Are
gonna
you paying? But should teachers be paying more if the kids are not performing at a adequate level?
Okay, well, let's look at physicians, for example. Most Americans are overweight. Most of them are smoking. Most of them are still alcoholics. Most of them are still cancer rates. Exactly. Cancer rates are through the roof. And doctors are paid pretty well.
They are.
And in today's school system, if the kids' performance was linked to
16
teachers'
seconds.
pay, all y'all gonna be broke.
I mean, that's it.
You know what? And also,
Better go find something else to do.
you know what
And that's
else?
on
And
who?
the pay still won't be
Larry.
equitable because what's going to happen is the kids at the schools that perform the best
Uh-huh.
are going to be, those teachers are going to be paid more than the teachers
so
schools
teachers
that
are getting paid more.
No, I'm saying if we were to do that, if we were, I think they are.
Is it happening?
I do think it, yes. So yes, it does happen because we've all sat in those meetings where they're like, okay, let's talk about your goals for this year. I want you to tell us where your kids are going to be at the end of the year.
No.
And
Are
we need
the teachers getting paid? Because I've seen some measurable outcomes with my students and I have not received a bonus or any type of stipend in regards to pushing those kids into the next level.
No.
So
you're
where
not
is
gonna
my
see that.
check? So that is the question that I'm asking for
You're not
those
getting that.
students. If you're measuring data, are those teachers getting paid for their measurable
No.
So
data?
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this.
Mhm.
You a little too melanated for that.
What? So wait, so the schools that are higher perform, or not really race, but you do have affluent black
Damn it, man.
places. But you want to say something?
No.
Go ahead, Coleman. What you-
No.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Okay,
Okay.
don't finish what you saying, Joy. Was you going somewhere?
Go ahead.
And then Coleman threw me off.
Yeah,
No, I just
Go
said
ahead,
damn it,
come
man.
on, bring it back. You got it.
Because niggas say you too melanated for it.
More affluent.
Oh,
black
yeah.
areas.
So you're
Okay.
saying that, okay, right.
Right.
So it's more affluent neighborhoods, those teachers are paid more.
I will say that there is more incentive for you
Okay.
to teach in an affluent area than it is for you to teach. When I say affluent, I mean Caucasian. Than it is for you to teach in a lesser affluent.
This is true.
But APS got a raise now.
Yes, but are
It's
they
rough.
getting paid? Okay,
Go
when we say
comparable, I don't know.
APS and then we say Fulton County,
Okay.
let's make sure we're saying the right thing.
Yeah, APS did get a pay raise though. But
But
yeah.
then look at the schools in APS and compare it to Fulton County.
Okay.
And then we have a conversation.
Okay.
So we're saying, because that's the same place.
I see what you're saying.
There was a study that showed, I think it was in Nevada, I can't remember, that they took 10,000 schools and they measured the data for as giving teacher higher pay. If that increased student performance, and it did a little. So what they realized, if you pay teachers more, then you'll have more, they seem to think that kids will perform better.
Okay, but with I think
I didn't do the research.
Now, I'm going to say this, though. See, this is the problem with data. Data is all, and y'all know I love statistics, so this is like right up my alley. Data will tell you anything you ask it, and it's going to give you whatever answer you're looking for. Do I honestly believe that students perform better under teachers who are paid properly? Absolutely. But let's look at the why, because there's other factors there that are not going to be discussed. The reason why is because when I'm paid fairly, I'm not stressing about where my next meal coming from. I'm not stressing about my own kids having what they need. I'm not stressing on, can I send my own kids to the school book fair or on a field trip? So you're saying now, I can focus more
on the students
in my classroom because I'm not worried about if I'm going to starve tonight, if I'm going to pay my mortgage.
About right.
It seems like if you lessen the financial burden by increasing my pay to a level, I don't even need to make 6 figures. I just need to make enough to live comfortably because teachers on welfare just don't make sense to me. I'm just saying, if I don't have to worry about getting the food stamp line, or if I get sick, I'm
or the soup kitchen line.
Because the way that teachers are doing that, then I feel like I have less stress. I can show be in this classroom. You know what? I might not be
toes and peanut butter. Right. OnlyFans.
I don't have to be on OnlyFans
before I get
on the soup kitchen line. But I'm just saying,
I gotta draw the line.
If you give me the tools and the resources to meet the needs that I have, I can come to my classroom. You know what? I won't even mind buying Crayola. I won't even mind by putting a few extra little projects in the mix and doing a little extra because now I'm fine.
Let me tell you something. If they'd have been paying me 6 digits a year to teach,
your ass would still be in class.
Boy, I was still in the class. Boy, I'd be a teacher motherfucker, boy. I had a music class. Y'all come on in. I've
been doing
I'll be at the board right now. Y'all can learn it today. We're going to get it today. I'm motivated every day.
I guarantee you, my husband, you had a grant to test, let me help you out.
I got 6 digits coming in, so boy, I'm going to get this thing right. Boy, I'm going to be teaching, but matter of fact, I'm going to go home and do some extra work. I'm going to extra learn my craft. I'm going to learn some more.
That's right.
I'm going to YouTube, Cons Academy, all that shit. Just get it down. I got it. Come back there, but
boy,
y'all come on in.
And what's going to happen with student performance is going to go up. Very simple.
It'll go up.
We've done this in less than 10 minutes.
I'm just saying, but you know the alternative to that. This what's funny though. This what's funny to me.
What?
They not gonna pay teachers.
It's very simple. Just pay teachers more.
They not gonna do it though. The reason they not is because we still have way too many teachers willing to do 6-figure work for $50,000.
That's right, and that's the problem.
That's what I go say, Rose. The pay is not increasing significantly.
No,
but their workload, boy,
it's going up.
You come to
that workload, something
it's going up.
Oh yeah,
it's so much, and some schools ride the teacher down about data. You got some data-driven schools out here.
It's not about the data is important because you do need to see.
Yes,
you need to track student growth to make sure that the student is achieving in whatever subject that they are in, and also correlating it with the teacher doing the job that she or he has signed up to do.
Yes.
But if you're paying teachers more, like Coleman said, I don't have to stress out.
I be Bojangles like a motherfucker.
but then there is a con.
Hi, everybody.
There is a con when we talking about measurable outcomes, because we know that sometimes our students show up to take those standardized tests, and they be ABC and they be Christmas
tree.
So
I don't think so. Do you think that a standardized test is the right way for us to start the measurement, like to get a baseline? Because we do this in the beginning of the school year. They take the test to see where they are, and then we keep going.
Some schools take tests frequently.
Yes, but I'm saying, Should we use
I think it's
as a measure?
I think it's a good way because you're going to have outliers. You're going to have some kids that aren't going to do anything on the test. But I think schools do need data.
Yes.
But hooking it on to a teacher's salary, that is when you have teachers cheating on the test, which is very, very unethical. It's morally it's incorrect.
You better know it. I'm taking the test for them.
Teachers don't do that.
Yes,
but
they
now,
do.
yes, teachers do take because
We got a
now
whole cheat.
you have these are your
Not
options
us.
to know that your only option for increasing your salary are predicated upon these children.
That's
Do you
scary.
know what type of position certain teachers are in? Instead of just paying us more,
Just paying
it's
what they
very simple. But they're not going to.
You
So
know-
how dare you say that these students, if they do well, I'll increase your pay. You got to be out of your mind. I'm not even going to stress about it. If they do well, great. I'll let the Lord handle the rest. You're not going to stress me out. It's not going to happen. I do my job. The students that grow are going to grow. The students that don't grow, I'll try to push you a little bit more, but I'm not going to be thinking in my mind, oh my God, I need to do this so that I can get paid more. Do you know what type of stressful loop that you put a person in?
It causes a panic
I'm
attack.
not doing it. And more teachers need to start putting their foot down and saying, no, this is what I'm getting paid. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing anymore.
And that's exactly what I did.
Talk about it.
too.
What?
Because
That money
got
they
out.
paying me? Boy, when I came in, boy, I taught. How many periods we had? I forgot. It was
We
7
had
periods? 4 periods a day?
Two
We had
damn,
4.
2 damn.
I don't remember
Yeah,
what
4
it was.
periods.
That's how bad it was with me. But whatever it was, I did what I had to do, and I ain't do no extra. And when they brought extra to me, it went to 513.
What is that?
That's the trash
damn
can right there on the side of the desk.
Wait a minute,
Ain't
and
doing
he
nothing
ain't
else.
lying.
Not
'cause
the
you-
I'm not lying.
Have you ever walked
He
into
is
a
not lying.
classroom? That trash can. I'm
I'd
like,
be like,
don't
Coleman,
you need this?
I said, girl, I was like, Coleman, I would take stuff out of the trash. Coleman, don't you need this?
I'm not doing that.
He be like,
I'm
hell
not doing
no.
that.
And push it right back.
And then it'd be like, you need Miss Kobe, you need to take your computer home so you can do so and so.
She-
No, that computer will stay right
yeah.
here.
That laptop was
That laptop gonna
older
stay
than-
right here.
That
'cause it's
laptop
gonna
was
get done when I'm on the clock.
That's right.
I'm at home. I'm not on the
He
clock.
wasn't taking that laptop.
that
home.
laptop-
No, I
Let
ain't
me
taking
tell
a
you
laptop.
something. That laptop is like a ball
We
and
go on
chain,
break?
baby.
That laptop is staying
What
at the
my
house.
break is? Break mean break.
That's right.
That means break away from all that bullshit we was doing. That's break. That broken down laptop staying right
No,
next
no,
to
no,
the
no,
school.
no. You're an educator. So in order for you to be a proficient educator, you have to take your work home.
Yeah, I never forget
That's
that
what
lady
you-
told me to my face.
Fuck proficient.
That lady told me to my face. Sometimes you just have to do
Proficient
extra
my money. They'll
things
do that.
outside of
You
work
want
to
proficient.
maintain. Baby,
When
what?
I worked at Old Navy,
What?
girl, please, I thought it was something.
What?
I used to work at Old Navy.
Joy. Whoa, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We used to fold a mean pair of jeans.
I worked
Amen.
at
What you talking
Sears.
about?
I worked at Sears
Yeah.
before.
In
Sears.
the intimate section.
I worked at the shoe
Okay,
department.
bras.
Bras and panties.
Lingerie.
Where'd you?
Lingerie.
I know it's off topic.
I was at
Where'd you?
I was in Dixie.
I did when I was younger. When I
Okay,
was at college.
Win
The
Dixie.
college. The college.
I
year.
push it. I
this
push a
was
carton bag and
senior
groceries.
Okay, so
yeah.
Win Dixie, Sears, Old Navy. Where'd you?
Sears.
Okay,
And
Sears.
Children's Place. Not Children's Place. Strasburg Children.
I remember that.
With the puffers and burnt my damn hand with that little puffing
And then I
iron.
moved up to Ann Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor.
$98 jeans.
Ann Taylor's had some nice stuff.
And they messed around and gave me a
But see,
credit card.
Hold on.
And that's when I knew about credit.
Mm.
513.
see, I had a hustle going on when Dixie. I got.
Only one.
Here you go.
Don't worry
I
about
had
it.
to bag their groceries up. I said, let me walk into your car and put your groceries in your car for you. I go ahead and put the groceries in the car, boy. I had a hand just like this here. I be looking so serious with it too. I be
What
like,
about when you had that friend that worked at the grocery store and they skipped some of them
To the items.
I never had a
I knew
friend that
who was
did
broke and I
that.
knew who had it. The one that broke. All right, see you later. Take one that had it.
Not you
Let
judging.
me take this for you. I'll tell you.
And people would give you money.
They give me money, boy. They lay that palm right, boy. I be like, yes. But we rolling today, boy.
See Coleman doing that.
And we were told on the job not to take
Yeah,
any
you're
extra.
not supposed to take extra.
Fuck that. I got mine.
When I worked at Old Navy, I forgot what I was going to
With
say.
the Old Navy and you working in the laundry,
were
not
folding
laundry,
the
but
clothes.
you
So-
fold some jeans.
Right. So when I worked at Old Navy, based upon what I was getting paid was what they, what they told me to do.
Right.
So when it was time for me to go on break, no one was asking me to, hey, can you straighten up these shirts over here on the side? Or, hey, it was my break. But for teachers, is if you're on break,
Come to a meeting.
No, we come to a meeting. Look at this. Why don't you grade that? We just need to just see you just for a little bit. No, I'm on break.
They don't believe in
Joy.
How do I have a better break at Old Navy?
Why are
Hold
you
on.
in my room? Oh, you on the phone? Duh.
Wait a minute.
Damn, you said
see,
up to
I'm
my
gonna tell you
face.
no, what she said. It makes good sense because I remember I had a job at a place called Skyline. Y'all know about Skyline? It's on Cali, Florida, where we used to build mobile homes. And I got a job there, and I was doing I started out as a plumber. I ain't know nothing about no plumbing.
Faked it till you made it.
Boy, hold on. I faked it all week. When I got that first check, and that check was $1,500 just for that week. I had my homeboy. I said, we get paid this every week? He said, yeah, man, we get paid this every week. Boy, I went home, I cracked some books open, boy, and went to reading about how that plumbing worked, boy. I said, boy, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna be the best plumber they ever had. And boy, the more I read it, boy, I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you, I became proficient at it. After a while, I became the supervisor.
Wow.
And then I made another $1,000. I was getting paid $2,500 a week just doing plumbing in them homes.
That check was looking good.
But that check was looking good. And I'm gonna tell you, I was glad to come to work. I had no problem coming to work. I come there, boy, and no matter how bad of a day I had,
That's
boy,
right.
if mother come try me, I just laugh.
That's right. You weren't
in that car.
I was not
You
bothered.
wasn't crying in that car.
No, I wasn't crying no car. But boy, the moment I went to teaching, boy, I put to that school one day.
Not you crying in the car.
I just cried.
It's not funny, but
I
it's
cried.
funny because we saw
You gotta let
to keep from crying. Listen,
I cried in the car,
cried.
boy. I couldn't believe it.
I cried.
And I told myself, I said, boy,
couldn't
you're a
believe
grown man, boy. Get yourself together, boy. Pull yourself together, boy.
I'll never
And then,
forget-
oh, man, back and look at school again.
No, was it you that picked me up off the floor one time? The whole panic attack.
Yo, Nikki was on the floor, y'all.
Yo,
on my nerve.
She was on the floor. It was
I had a
bad.
whole therapy
I'm
behind that
talking
damn
about
job.
crunched over.
It was
She's
stressful.
crashing out
I
bad.
It's just stressful.
on
Crash out
FaceTime
real
with my
bad.
Real bad.
husband.
She all that. She had to do. I said,
Looking like
here we
an
go.
addict shaking.
Here we go.
Yeah, them kids weren't learning.
But you know, I was not now. But I'm not gonna bash every school because I was at a school one time.
There are some good schools.
Oh, yeah, there are.
I was at a school called Drew Charter School. I used to work there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good school.
And they got paid very well, and they had more of like the teachers were like kind of like family oriented, and I'm just gonna be honest. The reason why I didn't survive there because I just didn't fit in that what they had
Yeah,
going on.
it's a
I didn't fit in
culture.
that.
It's
you
a
know,
culture.
it was pretty much.
The mold.
I was just
Yeah.
pretty much. I knew from the moment that I started working that I knew, nigga, you on the outside for real. So
Yeah, it's a culture.
you have to just hang with outside people for right now until they're gonna do what they're gonna do with you. Because I knew that was gonna be the last year that I was there. I knew it was coming. But the thing is that when I don't hate on them for what they have because y'all got such a good culture here, and you guys getting paid really well. They're really making a difference with those kids, isn't they?
Yeah.
They really are. I'm not going to take that from them.
There's some great schools
There
out
are.
there. It really,
Yeah.
really is.
And I think leadership too, like I do think that there are ways, like if your school leader is not in control of your pay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There are other ways to
But you
compensate.
need your school leader to
advocate for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for your pay.
So like when I worked before I came to the middle school, I worked at elementary school. When I taught third grade, and first of all, that's not for me. But I actually really liked the leadership that I had because one, they knew that I had no business teaching at no elementary school. Cause my mouth too slick and my patience is thin. You know what I'm saying? But I did the best I could. But when I say, kind of like what Coleman said, they worked with me. They brought me in.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The principal was never judgmental. Was never crass, never mean,
And that's
never
so
slighted
important.
me,
That's very
was
important.
uplifting. When I had ideas, she'd be like, "Yeah, you want to do that with the kids?
Yep.
Yeah, you want to take them outside? Take them." When I say them kids had me out there, we was racing, trying to teach them how to use like stopwatches and stuff. We would race on the track. She let me be creative.
It's the culture of the school because
that was encouraged. So I feel like it made up for that. It didn't make it all the way. It made it easier to swallow that little check.
That's what I was about to say. It made it easier because there are charter schools that are really good that are very family oriented. You know, the principals are just amazing. They allow for you to just do you.
Yeah.
And they're not, overbearing. They're not nasty people. But
And they're not tight with the money.
exactly. So it does make, things. So we're not talking about all schools, but this is a general conversation.
But there are some teachers out there losing their jobs because their students are not performing.
Well, go ahead.
I don't think it should come down to the students for the teacher to lose their job. I don't think
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
crazy.
Either, but-
Because you can go in the classroom and teach all day long, but the bottom line is you can't make a student learn.
Correct.
The student
And
they have to
parents
want
to
it.
have some type
It's
of.
crazy.
Yes.
They have to have some responsibility.
Yeah. I don't think that's right.
I'm looking
Period.
at, we had an episode before, and I'm reading the comments of parents kind of arguing.
Oh, they were upset.
They're upset.
Crashing
that
out
we're
real bad.
Yeah, in the comment section,
I like that
I'm
word,
just
crash out.
I
Yeah,
do
crash
too.
out that's really the right term for it. About just being held responsible for the outcome of their student. We every school year, the first thing we put up, your child's learning is a partnership. I want to be partnered with you. We're gonna work together. We always say that, right?
But wasn't it you said that just
Yeah,
what we say?
It is what we say, but I agree because we do just say it because one,
it's just
it's
what we say.
130, 140 kids. That means 130, 140 parents. It's just not really. It's not
Right.
realistic. That's number one. We're talking middle school. That's not realistic. Two, half of them parents ain't gonna be seen again. Period.
Right.
Half y'all change y'all email address. Period. Half y'all don't answer the phone. Period.
Oh.
Half y'all ain't coming to the student teacher conference. Period. Matter of fact, the kids I don't even need to see ain't up there.
Nikki.
I said it. I'm
Yeah,
saying it.
Nikki.
Y'all don't come, and
We
then
are
you
a
want
team,
me.
one band, one sound.
But then you
Right,
want me to
because-
jump through hoops, and then when I do jump through hoops,
I
and
got
I
you, baby
send
girl.
you,
You
when
know
I
I
send,
I got you in the comments.
yeah, but I'm saying, I send you the work. I send you the support. I send you the resources. What you said? Oh, you email too much. Oh, well, I don't understand this. You ain't asking no questions. Oh, you sending me too much. I don't understand. Girl, the same way you Google every damn thing else.
Uh-oh.
They gonna look for that shopping mall.
Yeah, oh yeah. They
The
gonna
online
find
boutique.
They gonna find all that. You gonna find every discount.
I bet you know when the new J's come out.
Know that, but can't figure out how to help your child with the homework that I sent you the tutorial to help them for.
You are
with.
very detailed. I have to admit
They
it.
crashing
I gave you
out.
everything.
crashing out real
yeah,
bad.
but I'm saying, and the problem is, the way they in them comments need to be the way they in them teacher
crashing
email
out.
inboxes.
I had some students not too long ago ask me, Mr. Coleman, man, what can I do to further my education? I say, do something with your hands.
Yeah.
That's what I told them.
Oh yeah, get a trade.
Those trades are
Just go
serious.
get your trade. Don't worry about messing with the books
You
right
know
now.
what?
Just get a trade.
I have a cousin who works up in West Virginia, and she works in like whatever her job is. It's dealing with bringing more people into trade careers. Right, that's her job, and she talks about how she said, I know that people want to send their kids to college and that's like looked at as being like this higher thing. She was like, I wish that we would stop, she's talking about us as black and brown people, stop telling our kids you got to go to college to be something and start realizing like, hey, going to a technical school and learning a trade, a lot of times we don't have enough plumbers. She was like, so because we have a plumber shortage, they paying out the butt. We don't
That's
have
right.
enough folks cutting trees down. There's a company not too far from my house that cuts trees down. And so I called to see how much they paying them folks. Baby, 6 figures to climb the damn tree.
Not the climate
Well,
change.
Huh?
well-
Good insurance.
Well,
Good insurance. Huh? I said, can I be the
now that they
secretary?
got DEI at the further review.
Right. But I'm saying those trade jobs, they're the ones paying.
Don't shoot.
And they don't want, but we don't want to send our kids over there because we
Even
want to
running-
say our kids
even
went to
running
Georgia
to-
Tech
so you
and
have a
Purdue and
DEI.
stuff.
And what a dog bit his ass.
I got a bit up.
Were you for real or you were just saying that?
About what?
About the DEI bit he was running
What's the
because
dog
of
name? Butcher?
Bishop.
Bishop, not Butcher, Bishop.
Bishop said, this nigga running because you mad with DEI. You go there and chaw his ass up.
No.
Rah, rah, rah.
Well, he was Caucasian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got
Oh.
a bit. Yep. He said he tired of that.
Well,
I mean, they had dogs get black people too, so might as well just get them too. Turn around.
I mean, he down for
Flip the
whatever.
flip. Let's get there. Get them back.
One by one. Just all bad. Just all bad.
We be on a good track, and then I don't know how we be making these.
I don't know.
I don't know how
It's a pivot.
we be pivoting real strong.
Okay.
So do the kids.
Yeah.
Trying to bring it back.
Yeah.
Do the kids. Don't hold me accountable for these student outcomes to all the way.
Just run me my bonus.
Run my check.
If the kids are performing well, at the end of the day, the
Pay
kids,
me.
I am grateful if the kids, I'm talking about for any, in general, for
Yes.
any teacher. If the kids are performing well, that's awesome, that's great, because that is the expectation. That is the why for, the teacher. I mean, we want to see
Yeah,
our
we do.
kids progressing and doing well and performing great.
Agreed.
Everybody's not going to make it. I mean, just being realistic. I mean, or I'm not going to say not going to make it or perform at the level that you would want or you expect them to perform at. But at any rate, if there's a teacher that's been banging it out semester for semester and, you're seeing great growth, get that teacher, run that teacher a bonus. It's simple as that.
I just don't understand. When I look at the teaching profession compared to other professions, if you just do the profession, you're paid regardless.
Yeah, you get. I used to
So-
get a bonus for doing regular stuff.
Right. I know that companies get bonuses.
Yeah, and I
Right.
don't have to do
But
it. I don't have to
there's
do
a
it.
set.
I don't have to do
But we
extra
don't.
to get the bonus though.
But
Right.
we don't.
Right. But teachers don't get
You
bonuses.
don't get nothing.
On top of the salary that they already
pizza
have.
party.
So,
Get a half
you gonna
a
get that
slice.
pizza party in
they all.
the jeans.
Yeah.
And they'll bring you out some paperwork though. They'll bring that down.
Oh,
But,
you're gonna burn that paper.
when I worked at Old Navy, I'm gonna go back to that.
Run it back.
So we had this thing where we had to sell credit cards.
Okay.
And so it was a big thing.
Incentive.
They like an incentive. You could have your name on the board, and it would show how many credit cards that you would sell for the month. And so I was really excited about this because it was my first job, and I was like, okay,
Oh,
I
yeah, you were happy.
need to sell these credit cards. But then I thought, wait a minute, I'm not getting paid extra.
Wasn't getting nothing.
Why am I doing this? So I stopped. And my name was up on the board. I had the least amount of credit cards, but I was still getting paid. So I didn't care. So people at the time were thinking that they would guilt trip me into trying to push these credit cards. I'm still getting a check. Like I'm not,
You was good at folding them jeans.
I was
You came on
amazing.
time. You was a great cashier.
I was,
Excellent customer service.
yes.
Drawer never short.
And you can fold
Okay
some
then.
jeans.
And I could fold some jeans. And I
it's
could help you
professional.
find some flip-flops to match your swimsuit.
Amen. Sound to me like you was checking all
And
the
you got
boxes.
that discount.
Oh, I got
and
that discount. And I could use it at Gap, Old Navy, Banana Republic.
You did that.
I did
Sound
that.
to me like you been an
That was
outstanding
your
employee.
incentive. That discount.
That discount. That's the incentive.
But I was still getting paid.
Yeah,
So
a good
I don't
check.
think that teachers, if you paid us enough, like you said earlier, the other things will come with it because
Immediately.
I promise you, if teachers were paid the six-figure salary for the work that we are required to do, the test scores would be so much better. The students would be happier because when you have a happy teacher, you have happy students.
Amen.
Right.
For the most part, I mean, you have the external factors with home issues, but for the most part, if your students know when you're not happy,
Yeah, I would never
They
cry
know-
in my car
they
if
know-
my check was 6 figures. I'm telling you that right.
they know when you're upset. So just pay teachers more. Stop trying to push this whole incentive. Well, if you just work a little bit harder, then maybe the students can, achieve more. But to be quite honest, some of these teachers are fumbling and finagling some grades with these tests.
You know what? It's the thing. I really think
they doing it.
They coaching you.
Oh, they
to
coaching
go
you.
that far, but
You
when
know,
they tell you to put that 50 in.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna say that. The truth be told, if we could grade them kids
It's
the
so
way they
bad now.
need to be
50 is
graded,
passing.
50 is passing.
That's bad.
it
That's
is
real bad.
But because we'll talk about that reading stuff on another time. But that reality is,
we're
we
gonna
should
run it back.
definitely stop doing that. These kids, if you get an F, baby, you need to stay in the same grade. You should not be.
They're not holding-
Everybody stand in the same.
Girl,
They
Everybody
need
holding
to
kids
be.
back.
They need to hold them
Girl,
kids
them
back
kids
and
be
stop.
19th, 8th grade.
And that's okay. And that's on who? Not me. Damn. What you want me? That ain't my fault. You can't. If you coming to the 6th grade, you can't spell your name. How the hell did you get here?
That's your job. You're supposed to figure it out.
I ain't know.
That's the basic.
They,
To get into kindergarten.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the basic.
you're supposed to
needs
help them.
at your home to learn your name. These kids, let me tell you something.
These parents
I
ain't
was
doing
in.
shit.
No, they-
Listen,
Shiznit.
when I tell you I was in a room With
sickening too.
middle school students, I'm not going to indicate what grade level. Just say they rolled enough. The kids didn't know their address. I was appalled. I ain't lying.
Do you understand that
You know
my
your
kids
address
were
when you're
in the
5.
second, third, fourth grade? They could tell you how to get home.
Most of those kids did not know their address.
Absolutely not. The only thing my kids don't know is they social.
That's a problem.
I feel like that's okay.
Well, I think most parents begin teaching they don't begin teaching at home. A lot of kids don't go to preschool, and there's no teaching going on in the house. So teaching for a lot of children start when they go to school, and it ends when they leave school.
That's sickening.
It's no parents. I don't think enough parents are sitting down with their child, forget the iPad, forget these electronic devices, and we're going to read together. We're going to do a coloring book together. We're going to do our numbers and ABCs before you get to school. It is your responsibility as a parent for you to teach your child. Yes, we are here to facilitate, we are here to help, but when they get to the 6th grade, the 5th grade, or the 7th grade, there are certain standards that we are by law, we have to teach, and we can't go back.
I cannot teach you how to spell your name.
We can't, and you know with math, you have to know a certain amount of skills
to get
in the 6th grade, the 7th grade. We can't teach 3rd grade information. So if you're noticing that your child is not able to read in the kindergarten, then you need to get on it immediately. Get them a tutor.
Yeah, something.
Online. What's the name? Gracie's Corner. Does she teach ABCs?
Yeah, everything.
Get on it, because when they get to the 6th and 7th grade, they're going to lose interest in school. Now you're looking at dropouts. Now you're looking at services for
special education,
which isn't a bad thing,
but you know what we talked about before, how this perpetuates this idea that students from certain demographics are more inclined to need special education services, when that's not really true. Your child ain't ADHD. They not checked in because you ain't checked in.
That's right.
They not checked. You cannot ask the student to understand statistical reasoning, to understand geometric shapes and how that might translate to a 3D shape, and how that concept translates to volume and mass. You can't understand those types of concepts if they can't even understand how to make a square and how a rectangle and a square can be identified as the same thing.
It's the math teacher right here, y'all.
How do they not understand it? Oh, because they still can't tell the difference between red, blue, and purple. And it ain't because they're colorblind. It's because you didn't sit down. If I'm having to teach your child, one, how to spell their name, based on what you put in the book, I'm not even going to get to the kid that couldn't tell me how to pronounce his own name in the 6th grade. My first year teaching, he had 4 teachers calling him a very different thing. I would never forget that experience.
Okay, and on that note, I think we just need to go ahead and close this thing out.
Baby, y'all need to classroom need to be in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're gonna
nigga mad.
Cause that's stupid. Cause you think my kids sitting, baby, my kids have homework. Where I'm at?
Well, it's a routine. You know,
from the beginning.
Like I was having this conversation earlier, it's a routine. Like I wasn't a person that was strong with the math that the kids are doing now. So
damn sure wouldn't.
Damn, shots fired.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Just slipped out of nowhere.
As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. The introduction of reading to my child was introduced early on. So now for her, it's routine. Now when it came to math, I just simply got her a tutor, and I don't want to hear we can't afford it, because I know we can afford it based on the things that our kids have.
Are you saying that the school paying for the tutor?
No,
the parents.
So tutors, some schools provide tutoring, and there's outside tutoring.
Yeah,
I did both. I did both because I know there was something that I wasn't comfortable with teaching my daughter, but I couldn't do the math that they,
But that's
they're
okay.
doing. But I had tutoring in math.
But you know what? You see what you said?
My mother did that
recognized it, and you wouldn't find a solution.
Remember when I told you when I first left the school, and I had a lot of parents were still calling me to come tutor their kids, and I did. I kept. It's like I never stopped teaching math for a little while, because I was like going to their houses, helping them with their math or whatever, and the parents would pay me. But then there came a time where parents were coming up short. Now, it didn't stop anything. I kept coming.
Right.
But you know what? But when I come over there trying to teach your child, you know, I am looking at you kind of funny. You know, like
With it.
you know, I got the Win Dixon hand out again. You know.
All right, thank you for turning into
tuning
tuning into
another
Real teachers.
another episode of the Real Teachers of Atlanta. You can catch us on all platforms. Make sure that you comment and subscribe. Find me at Joya A. Carter, please. Thank you.
Mr. Coleman, sincerely Coco _ somewhere in there. Go ahead.
I am _ Nikki D on all platforms.
And you can find me as Ty P. Smith.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye. I thought knew Coleman was looking at me. I could hold it together. Yes.
What's wrong with you?
Hold on.
He always starts
Hold
stuff.
on.
But I'm
Bro,
not
we
putting my
gotta
short,
take
boy.
our
I can't
picture.
make that be like the mafia, boy. Where my goddamn money at? Bitch, I done been 3 times. You ain't paid me. Where my motherfucking money?
I just know that's what he was doing too.
Shit, got me on your car and YouTube trying to figure this shit out for your child and help the teacher learn this shit. Run my mouth back in, bitch.
We got the queens in the house, y'all. Real teachers of Atlanta. We got the queens in the house, y'all.